Hello, my peeps. This is Joel with Effective Educational Consulting, where I help charter elementary schools with emergent bilingual needs boost their growth rapidly. So today I want to talk to you about five biggest mindset mistakes that elementary schools make with their EB students that destroy their growth. So I don't know if anybody else has had this experience, probably so, but if you've ever met one of your newcomer students who come into school the first day, sometimes it can be a bit surprising if you've never seen that before. But I can remember I've met newcomers the very first day of school, and like for example, I met one a fifth grade student from Cuba, and she was out in the hallway just crying her eyes out, and she was having a rough day, and that was just her very first day, the first couple of minutes on a campus. Anyway, so I'm sure some of you have had experiences like that, where your EB students come in and they're in tears, or they're terrified. They're bringing baggage. They're bringing huge challenges, and like it or not, you got to meet them where they are, and you only have a certain amount of time to work with them in the day or in the school year, right? Especially depending on when they come in the school year, right? So let's get down to it. Reason number one, or the first area of mindset that can make or break you with your EB students is what I call the starting line of the race. And so let's say, for example, you have a fourth grade EB student that comes in, and they come in with zero English. They don't know English. And let's say, best case scenario, they come in and they have a good grasp of their own language, their first language. They're L1, right? And let's say they're close to the fourth grade level in their first language, right? So when I say starting line, I mean all the other students who are in fourth grade started before that student learning English, right? Most of them probably started pre-K learning English. Kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, right? So a lot of those students are, or would be, close to a fourth grade level in English, right? And yet that student, in their race, they just got to that starting line, and everybody else started running the race way before. And so the correct mindset would be to realize, hey, we got a lot of work to make up that space, or to make up that time, and it's not your fault, right? But we need to recognize that we're behind, considering the grade level, and that's where we need to work towards. Okay, number two, the second area of mindset would be that it's a long process. We have to help our EB students understand that learning a second language is a long process. It doesn't happen, go to sleep and wake up knowing the language, right? And sometimes that's a hard thing for students to realize and to put up with, right? Because it's something that they have to face day in and day out. It is a long process, right? If you've ever tried to learn a second language, you know you're learning something new every day. To this day, I still learn something new every day. Okay, area number three in the mindset is they gotta learn to win the battle of being embarrassed, or like we say in Spanish, la pena o la vergüenza, right? And the battle of, in Spanish, there's a saying that says, no no sé, no tengo y no puedo. It means I don't know, and I don't have whatever, and I can't, right? It's a saying in Spanish. So we got to help them get over that, those mindsets, right? And to win that battle of embarrassment and of being afraid of even trying, right? That's just something they have to face every day. Am I gonna say something? Am I gonna take the risk? Am I gonna answer a question? Am I gonna ask a question? What are they gonna think? Right? Do I even know enough? I can't do it. It's a mindset that has to be broken and that has to be reset. Okay? And also the mindset of, I don't know. I don't have what I need. I can't, right? No. We have everything we need. Every day is a new day. The most important day in your life is today. That's all we got. Make the most of it. We have plenty. I've got 2 eyes, I've got 2 ears, I got a mouth, I got a hand, I can walk, I can talk, I can smell. I have plenty. If I decide to not cross my arms and quit, and not quit, or to cross my arms and quit, or not cross my arms and not quit, that makes a huge deal. That makes a huge difference. Okay? Area number 4. And I would say this is huge. This is huge, and it is basically, it's the need to understand that the most important thing is for me to give my best, my 100%, for us to help our EB students understand that every day, 100%, leave it all on the floor. Try your best. And that takes purposeful steps towards the bullseye that we have, right? And we have for them, and that is getting them as close as we can to that grade level that they're on in English, right? And the only way that's going to happen is for them to be given their 100%, their best, every day. And that's a huge game changer when they can accept and grasp that. Like, have you ever seen the poster of a frog and a heron that's trying to eat the frog, and it's got the frog in his mouth, and the frog's got the heron by the throat, and it says, "Never give up," right? Well, that is what we need to get across to our students and give a living example of that mindset. And last but not least, the 5th area is simply this. One time, a good friend of mine said to me, reality is your best friend. And I would say that is huge also. Reality is your best friend. To EB students, you've got to realize whatever is the situation, it can be a big, huge, ugly problem, obstacle right there, right in front of your face. And that's great. I got to see it. I got to recognize it. Okay, now that I see this big, ugly thing in front of my face, all right, now I can do something about it. Now I can take steps, baby steps, or huge steps, whatever can be done to do something about it. Okay? Those would be the five biggest areas that can make or break you, and the mindsets of your EBs, in my opinion. And if you focus on anything you can do to impact those 5 areas, I don't think you'll be disappointed in the results. So thank you. Have a great day, and best of luck with what you're doing.